Hi everyone, welcome back. We continue on this list and today we are going to learn about complete symmetry function. This function simply copies or symmetrizes the lower or the upper half of a square matrix or an image to another half. Simply it does this one. And in here the lower and upper half means that the diagonal lower and upper, we can see how it looks like on the code part more clearly, but this is the definition, simple definition of this function. And here is the mathematical definition. I'm gonna mention this also. And here are the parameters. First of all, you're giving your image or your matrix as input, but here you need to be careful. Input and output is gonna be the same parameter. So after this after calling this function, you cannot use anymore that input because it's gonna be modified, so you will get a different image, so you need to be careful about this part. And here is the Boolean type of parameter. It's just decides which side you want to symmetrize. You accordingly false or true parameter is gonna change, it's gonna modify the image. Okay, let's press to the code part and understand more clearly. Here we always use our Lena image and we can directly call our complete symmetry function, because also this is not there is no limitation about the input. You can give single channel or RGB kind of any kind of image you can give as input. It's just gonna symmetrize. We can give our image, and after that lower to upper. First of all, let's say I want to symmetrize the lower part, so I can specify as true. Default is false. Okay, here I need to warn again. After this line you cannot anymore get the image because it's already modified in here. You giving this input, you see there is no output we specify, so it's gonna modify the same input as output. So after this line you cannot use this. If you want to continue to use your input image, you need to maybe clone it here or just copy it to another mat and use for this completeSymm function. Okay, this is important to mention, just keep in mind. Maybe to see the differences we can specify another output window, and before maybe modifying our image we can show it in here. After modified we can show it in another window. Okay, it's done. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, this is my input and this is output. You see it, we give as the Boolean type parameter true, so it's gonna symmetrize the lower part but diagonal in here, not the horizontal. Diagonal is gonna symmetrize the lower part to the half of upper part. Yeah, and this is the result, how it looks like. If mathematically we want to see how it looks like, we can zoom to another part in the lower boundary. Okay, let's say this part. In here you see 144, 82, 130, and is in the location. Okay, let's put here, and this is already, let's write it to understand more clearly in here. Okay, the location is 109 to 285, and the pixel values is 44, 82, 130, 32, 35, something like that, if I am not wrong. Okay, this is 30. So this is, for example, in the lower half, there is a pixel value in this coordinate. So how this function is working. So this is the coordinate. So the corresponding coordinate in the half part is gonna be 285. I'm just trying to showing how this working. This is working, and this is gonna be like this. And I'm expecting in this coordinate the same values I want to see. Okay, now go to that 285 to 109. Okay, in this area I believe. Okay, 285, 109. Okay, in this one I believe, yeah. You can see x-axis and y-axis is totally in showing like here, and the definition is the pixel values are also exactly same. So also mathematically it's working. It just copies the same pixel values to the half. If you make it opposite side, I mean the false, then it's gonna copy the half part to the lower part. You see how it's working? Yeah. This is important function, I can say, but you can also think this is very simple. Why we are not just doing this by ourselves? This is a wrong idea, I believe, because OpenCV is doing in the backend, OpenCV library is doing this in an efficient way. So you can, even you doing that, I don't believe you can get the same optimized, same efficient way, because many engineers already deal with these functions. So if there is a corresponding function in OpenCV library, I recommend that always use that. Don't try to implement it by yourself. Of course, by to learn the process, to deal with yourself, you can maybe try to understand more clearly. But for any project or any kind of that, you need to use OpenCV library. And that's why knowing these functions in your mind is very helpful. If you need anyway this kind of things, you can directly use those functions, and it's gonna give you the fastest, the most efficient, and the best way it's gonna give to use this function. Yeah, and I'm done for this video. See you in the next videos.